More breaking news this morning. A woman found shot to death inside an SUV on Springside Place in Fulton County. Police say they found the 36-year-old victim with several gunshot wounds. Right now, investigators are working to learn what led up to the shooting. They did not release any information about a suspect. We are working to learn more, and we'll keep you updated here throughout the morning.
It is 1:23 in the morning, April 8th, 2026, Atlanta, Georgia. On a quiet street in the Springside Place SE area of the city, a white Range Rover Sport sits in the middle of the road. Engine on, door closed. Something is wrong. A call comes in. Police respond. When officers arrive, they find a woman inside the vehicle. Unresponsive, multiple gunshot wounds. She is pronounced dead at the scene. Her name is Qualeisha Barnes. She is 36 years old. She is a Detroit-born rapper who goes by the name Siditty. She is the CEO of her own online retail brand, So Siditty Boutique. She is a nursing student on the dean's list, 2 semesters away from her degree. She is a daughter, a sister, a friend, and she is 14 weeks pregnant. According to her family, Qualeisha was shot 4 times in the face while sitting inside that vehicle. According to her sister Shatera Davis, that same night, Qualeisha was supposed to catch a flight. She was heading to see Shatera. Her sister wanted to be there for her during the pregnancy. She was coming so I could take care of her. Shatera told the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. She never made it to the airport. Qualeisha Barnes had been living in the Atlanta area for nearly a decade, but her roots were in southwest Detroit. Back home, people who followed Detroit and Atlanta hip-hop knew her from her collaborations with artists like Icewear Vetso, Babyface Ray, and Peasy. She had released an album and several singles under the Siditty name.
When you see me out, yeah, all my bitches lit. All bad bitches on deck, take a pic. Class A zoo in the booth, taking pics. Keep looking in the mirror, goddamn, I'm getting thick. Little nigga looking icy, I can tell he thick.
The same name she ran her boutique under. Her mother, Francine Lopez Stewart, told reporters the name matched her daughter's personality perfectly. She loved makeup. She loved building things. She had plans, and according to her mother, she had wanted a baby for more than a year. This pregnancy was not a surprise. It was something Qualeisha had been looking forward to. Someone took all that away from her at 1:23 in the morning on a street in Atlanta. Atlanta police have confirmed the shooting, confirmed it is being treated as a homicide, and confirmed they believe shots were fired into the vehicle from outside. As of today, no suspect has been officially identified. No motive has been confirmed. The investigation is active and ongoing. So, what happened that night? What was Qualeisha doing in that area? Who knew she would be there? And why does her family believe she was targeted? We're going to walk through everything that is confirmed and the questions that are still without answers. Before we go any further, what city or country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments right now. And if this story already has your attention, hit that like button. It helps us bring more stories like this one to people who need to hear them. Stay with us.
At noon, a woman is dead in southeast Atlanta. Police say she was found shot in a car that was parked in the middle of the street on Springside Place. Thanks for being with us. I'm Brooks Baptiste. Atlanta News First Sarah Hammond joins us live from police headquarters. Sarah, what do we know about this investigation and where it stands?
Well, Atlanta police were at this scene for about 4 hours this morning trying to piece together what exactly happened when they found a woman in her 30s dead in her car.
Atlanta police responded to Springside Place in southeast Atlanta around 1:30 this morning to find a 36-year-old woman dead in her car.
We're still working the scene and just trying to make sense of what happened this evening.
Lieutenant Christopher Butler said in the early stages of the investigation, it appears someone fired into the SUV. He said the woman was found in the driver's seat with several gunshot wounds. He also said they don't know if the woman lives in the neighborhood off of Cleveland Avenue.
We're still looking for video cameras in the area. We know that we've got a general idea of the route that was taken, so we're going to have to backtrack some information to figure out the exact circumstance, if anybody was with her or not.
The Range Rover was towed away from the scene just after 5:30 this morning, and Lieutenant Butler said cameras, neighbors, and anonymous tips are 3 huge assets in figuring out not only what happened here overnight, but any crime scene they're called to investigate.
We push Crime Stoppers a lot, 44577 tips. That really is valuable to us. People don't really understand it, and it is anonymous. So if anybody has information, they can call in and leave a tip. And we really do appreciate those tips. They're very valuable.
And police have not yet publicly identified the woman who was killed. They also have not released any type of suspect information at this time. But of course, we will keep you updated as soon as we learn more from police. Live here at the Atlanta Police Department headquarters, Sarah Hammond, Atlanta News First.
A rapper's family speaking out after she was found shot to death in Atlanta. Why they say she was targeted. Hey, thank you so much for joining us here on 11 Alive and streaming on 11 Alive Plus. I'm Faith Jesse.
And I'm Cheryl Preheim. We begin with a story you'll only see here on 11 Alive News. A rapper's family identifies her as the woman shot to death in Southeast Atlanta.
That's right. 11 Alive's Chase Howell spoke to the family, who believes she may have been targeted because she was pregnant.
According to the family of Qualeisha Barnes, she was 14 weeks pregnant when she was shot 4 times in the face.
Probably because I know I'm worth a milli.
You may know her by her stage name, Siditty.
The only Diddy in my city with a lit wrist.
But those closest to her know her as a daughter and a sister.
I know her as Qualeisha. I know her as Lily. I know her as we in the same house, in the same bed. That's what I know her as. All that friend stuff, I don't care about none of that. That was my sister. That was my baby.
Give us the strength that we need to survive.
Hand in hand in prayer, the family of Qualeisha Barnes asked God for strength while coming to terms with her senseless killing. And it's moments like this that are helping them deal with her death.
Generally, if you met Lily, you instantly loved her. And she was such a jokester, you know. She liked to laugh, and she always cracking jokes on me.
Barnes's mom, Francine Lopez Stewart, says her rap name fits her perfectly.
She loved makeup. She loved dressing up. She loved beauty. So, and she was Siditty.
But Barnes wasn't just a rapper. She was also an aspiring nurse.
She made the dean's list. She had like 2 more semesters to go. She was so proud of herself, and we were so proud of her.
As for what justice looks like, Lopez Stewart says seeing not just one person held responsible, but multiple, because she believes her daughter was set up.
If you instigate something that causes a murder, then you need some kind, you need something. You know, I think you need to go to jail too.
According to Barnes's family, she had been living in the metro Atlanta area for about 10 years. As far as the investigation into who may have killed her, well, Atlanta police says that's still under investigation. In Atlanta, Chase Howell, 11 Alive News.
Let's go back to what Atlanta police have officially confirmed. Officers responded to Springside Place SE at approximately 1:23 in the morning on April 8th. They found Qualeisha Barnes unresponsive inside her white Range Rover Sport, which had come to stop in the middle of the road. Atlanta Police Lieutenant Christopher Butler stated publicly that preliminary evidence suggested the shots were fired from outside the vehicle into the car. The case was immediately classified as a homicide. Police have been reviewing surveillance footage and retracing Qualeisha's movements in the hours leading up to the shooting. Lieutenant Butler addressed reporters in the early stages of the investigation. We have a general route that was taken, so we will have to backtrack some information to figure out the exact circumstances, if anyone was with her or not. As of today, Atlanta police have not confirmed a suspect. They have not confirmed a motive. Anyone with information is urged to contact Crime Stoppers Atlanta at 404-577 TIPS. Tips can be submitted anonymously. That is what the police have confirmed. What the family has said. Qualeisha's family has been vocal, and their words matter, not as confirmed investigative facts, but as a testimony of people who knew her and who are now left with the unbearable weight of her loss. Her mother, Francine Lopez Stewart, told reporters her daughter was 14 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. She also shared that Qualeisha had been working toward a nursing degree and had made the dean's list, 2 semesters away from finishing. She was proud of her academic progress and excited about her future. Lopez Stewart said, "The family believes Qualeisha was targeted. Specifically, they believe she was targeted because she was pregnant. That belief has not been confirmed by Atlanta police." Francine Lopez Stewart has also publicly stated she believes more than one person was involved in her daughter's death. That too has not been confirmed by police. What the family has confirmed, and what speaks to who Qualeisha was as a person, came from her sister Shatera Davis, who spoke directly with reporters in the hours after the news broke. "I know her as Qualeisha. I know her as Lele. I know her as we, in the same house, in the same bed. That's what I know her as. All that friend stuff. I don't care about none of that. That was my sister. That was my baby." Qualeisha was on her way to see that sister the night she was killed. Her flight was booked. She never got there. I want to hear your thoughts. When a case like this goes cold with no confirmed suspect and no confirmed motive, what do you think should happen next? Should the family be allowed to speak publicly about what they believe? Comment below. And if you think Qualeisha's story deserves more attention, share this video right now. Who she was and what we must take from this. Qualeisha Barnes was not just a headline. She was not just a pregnant rapper found shot in Atlanta. She was a woman who built two careers at the same time, music and business, under the Siditty name, while also going back to school to become a nurse. She had made the dean's list. She was a Detroit girl who had spent nearly a decade building a life in Atlanta. She had collaborated with some of the biggest names in Detroit hip-hop. She ran her own boutique. She was excited about her pregnancy. She had plans for the future, and plans to spend time with her sister in just a matter of hours. She was 36 years old. She had not even reached the halfway point of a life that had so much further to go. Her unborn child never had a chance. Cases like Qualeisha's force us to sit with something deeply uncomfortable. The reality that in this country, a woman can be building something real, doing everything right, moving toward a future she has worked for, and still be gunned down in her car in the middle of the night with no warning and no explanation the public has been given. The investigation is active. The family is still waiting. And the person or people responsible for this, according to police, have not yet been held accountable. If you know anything about what happened to Qualeisha Barnes on April 8th, 2026, please call Crime Stoppers Atlanta at 404-577-TIPS. It is anonymous. It could be the call that changes everything for her family. Rest in peace, Qualeisha Siditty Barnes. Rest in peace to the child she was carrying. And may her family find the answers they deserve. If this story moved you, share for Qualeisha. Share it so her name stays alive and so the pressure on this investigation does not fade. Subscribe to True Crime Tower so you never miss a story. And in the comments, tell us, do you think this case will ever be solved? We read every single response.